Those two smokes used towards the pillars, but look at Sticko's position. This could be everything. Flamey's going to check if he'll get his head blown off there.
Yeah, Sticko's got support with Chris. They're going to back off. First kill going their way, so at least Flamey looked at it. That takes away the possibility of this becoming, believe it or not, worse, despite that they lose the first kill, because if they get trapped in the apartments, there's really nowhere to go. Now they'll go to the B site. Oscar, positioned accordingly, knows they've dropped down, knows they're in front of him. Does he look? The player above. Oscar takes shots, doesn't realize Electronic is still there. Gets one, which is all right considering. It could have been so much more simple. He's going to stare down and find Chris. He could recover this round. Smoke dissipates on Catwalk, however, and that gives Sticko the opportunity. They've rotated back all the way around middle. They've gotten the bomb down, and it's just Electronic to try and change that. He'll swing out. Spots Rops. They can double peek. Doesn't need to. Rops gets the angle just enough as he tries to slip back in behind quad. 1-0 Mousesports.
Well, there we go. Mousesports get the start they need. As we said, it was Sticko and Chris J pushing towards that underpass. As soon as they went there, I thought this has got legs to it. And Sticko doing a great job there. 3 kills in total with that silenced USP. Shuts down Simple just in time. Then that PT50 didn't get a chance to really get rolling there. Just 1 kill for him. 2 kills for Electronic, but not enough to win the round. No bomb planted, and we'll see the 4 spy come through. Flamey with no army, opting for the utility instead. That's a smoke used towards a window. Couple of flashbangs still. And they'll try and shut this round down with the Desert Eagles. Simple tries his luck towards the connector. 2 rifles, make it 3 for Mousesports, 2 of which are M4s. That for Oscar, no defuse kits. I feel like this will be a comfortable round for them from what I can see so far. It's normally a snowball effect where the D will get an opening pick and then things get very uncomfortable. If you can fend them off this long, it's usually fine. Chris J looks towards the underpass there. Oscar trying to take down Edward. There it is. Good first shot. Job done. They can fall back and hold the bomb sites now.
Play from Oscar to take out Flamey. Sunny gets Electronic, and a much better start for Mousesports simply in the fact that they've won a pistol. So they'll take out Zeus, and not only are they going to win the pistol, but it looks like they'll win the anti-eco or counter-force, shall we say, with convincing fashion as well. All 5 staying alive. Oscar to take down Simple. 2-0 Mousesports.
That's much better.
No bomb plants in all of that, keep in mind.
Yep, now we've got a game on our hands. Now Oscar can build into this game. He's got some confidence now. He's top fragging, 4-1. And shake off the nerves from the previous map. And this should be the full eco for Navi. Try and get the bomb down if they can. Almost no chance of winning this one. It's Glocks, no armor, no nades. They can get 1 or 2 kills though. That would be something, but I doubt even that happens, if I'm honest. This is our second map of the best of 3 Mousesports pick, and a lot of analysts and commentators are saying Mousesports are the best Mirage team in the game right now. Bold statement. Can they live up to it? This is when it really counts. Grand final. Should be a simple procedure here. Doing a bit of damage there. Flamey takes Chris J down to 39, now 38 through the corner of the wall there.
P7 again for Chris, though.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Had 30+ more kills than anyone else on it in the event 2 days ago, so I imagine that's only increased.
It's a bit more expensive than UMP. Faster rate of fire, more mobility with it.
Sunny's in good position to catch them off, working down middle, so long as he responds that they are below fast enough, because they will double peek indeed, and not quite all 3, but 2+1. A lot of damage done to Edward. Pretty simple for Oscar to clean it up at that point in time, and we wait to see what Simple brings us. Often brings us a lot, this time with the bomb down and just a pistol. I don't imagine much can be done about it. Did he spot Oscar? I think he did, but M4 versus P250. Oscar's able to hold on, and we go 3-0 guns to be brought out this round by Navi.
Well, there we have it. The 3-0 comes in, stifling for Navi there. Can't even find the AWP in the first gun round. What's their game plan going to be? All power for Oscar, of course, and here's the replay. Nothing too flashy. Nice spray control from Sunny to get 2, but couldn't find the 3rd. And we're going to run number 4 here. Really need that strong start from Mousesports. Oscar heads towards the B apartments by himself, trying to shut down that smoke, maybe throwing a little bit prematurely there. The smoke still lands successfully. He ultimately wastes the incendiary at that point. You know, I'm seeing that idea used a lot more. Maps like Nuke, for example, throwing the incendiary where the smoke's supposed to bounce and stops them making their way towards their final destination.
Flamey in the underpass continues to look toward the connector. Additional smoke deployed in window means Sunny won't have much vision And given the timing, I'll expect that this could be a boost. They've already been inside of middle for a while. Second deep smoke often leads to that situation. Instead, though, we're going to get a pressure toward catwalk and ladder room as well. Simple, great shot on Chris. Sonny needs to be very, very careful because behind him, Zeus was waiting. Edward, excuse me, is the one waiting. Zeus wanted to get the kill from mid, so he was dead either way, apparently. Good shot from Zeus. Sticko and Rops stuck inside of the A site. Oscar desperate to make a play on catwalk, and Oscar with the AWP.
Well, this low default from Navi. Textbook stuff so far by them. 30 seconds though. Time always a bit of a factor. Oscar to defend the B side. He could do this, man. If there was a man for this task, he would be it. First shot comes in and it starts to begin. Flashes himself somewhat and he'll be struggling here. The bomb should be planted at this point. 2 CTs to recover the situation. Robson, Sticko. Molotov's good, albeit a little bit late. Zeus can get out of there, but still, this round is possible now. 2 versus 2. Robson, Sticko strike at similar times. The Incendiary does its job eventually. They'll both be coming from the kitchen though. If Edward can find one, I would say that guarantees the round. He fluffs it though. Completely misses his shot. And now Flamey left in a 2 versus 1.
Good shot, Flamey. That's possible. 2 versus 1 with low HP. And the first gun to Navi. Great recovery.
There it is. Gets it. Important note there.
Absolutely. They didn't have the cash flow to get their own. Would have been light in all accounts, as you can see. 44, the most amount of money for anyone. Didn't have the op last round. That's brought over from the CT, so that's a benefit. UMP still, though, for Electronic. And a buy available, naturally, for Mousesports. A chance to break them, and they go to the double op immediately. Oscar and Chris. This is what we talked about for Mousesports on this map. We'll see if it works. If it works now, on this map, it'll give them the confidence. It'll give them the lead convincingly. And it'll be an uphill battle from here on out in the map for Navi as a result. Sedge need to play this extremely smart. Mid still. Oh,
Oscar.
That's a bit lucky from Edward.
Yeah, Oscar not hitting all his trademark shots, but his double orb setup is strong, as we said. Chris J, he'll make up for the miss and take down Zeus. Sticko, feeling slightly brave here. Seems to have a good read on what Navi like to do when the smoke's down. They both group up in the kitchen there and will take a little bit of nade damage, not too much.
Bomb back on the Navi side. A lot of mid controls where I was going with that sentiment before the shot came in from Chris and Oscar respectively. Seemingly the same again this time for Navi, and now back toward B. That means going against Sticko. It also means that Chris is rotated back around without anyone else being aggressive. Oscar's at CT, smoke down top connector. If he wanted to right now, if he peeked through connector, he would reveal a lot of information that would be necessary in only finding Edward, because that would confirm, yes, they are going B, but also that he's about to arrive and that Sticko and Chris will have company from a different angle. Sticko at bench will sit and hold. And Chris is aware of it. He's lost track of his target, though. Knows he's somewhere out in front of the window. Great read, great shot. As he snaps back out, Simple stuck in the window and nowhere to go.
Yeah, that should be the round. 15 seconds. Chris J looking sharp with the AWP. Can't say the same for Oscar just yet, but that's real nice from Chris. Simple has to try and save the AWP. Will he be able to do it? Players coming in towards the apartments now. 5 seconds, I think he's absolutely fine. They could try and wallbang, and that's the only chance they've got. Won't be finding him at all. Simple survives. Oof, just about. His teammates, will they force buy around his AWP? The money's not great either way. Probably double eco, considering most of them on $1,400. This grand final is brought to you by our sponsors, CS Money, as you can see on the screen right now. Tactical timeout. This will be called by Zeus. Difficult round for them. 4-1. Mousesports, great start here. Reset in full effect. Simple gets no cash for this round. He does keep the AWP. 2 players hovering on the 3K mark. 2 of them 1,400. I would say probably worth the force buy.
This is, yeah, I mean, this is a perfect situation for Mousesports. Exactly the start. You want reset. Sometimes better than, I know this sounds weird, but sometimes better than the 5-0 start.
Yeah.
Because of that reset. You wouldn't intentionally do it because you can't guarantee you're going to win the next round afterward, but it's going to put Navi in a big deficit early.
It can sometimes be...
Well, well, they don't ever hit the loss round bonus in full effect, right? So when you hit 5-0, they still have investment, whereas when you go 5-1, they're still only usually in a second round bonus.
You're never going to try and lose that round. It's not like it's more beneficial, but sometimes it can end up
It works out better.
Exactly, so there we go. So they will also force by here, just to note. So they get a UMP, Deagles, P250, CZ, a couple of smokes, 3 flashbangs, going for the execute. They're going to set up the human shield here for Simple, allow him to find some space. If they can just bait out the AWP shot of Oscar, that's him in CT spawn, changing his position over him. He started off in B. The other AWP for Chris, as usual, towards short. I think in the CPO house right now. Setting up their smokes. They only got 2 of them. This won't be a great execute. They'll do what they can. Taking out the shot.
Ooh, it does get it. I thought Oscar was a little bit behind the target, but he caught up in the air. Makes Edward pay for it. Rops behind fire will get 2. And a flash out from Oscar that allows Sunny and Rops to re-peek, reface, find Simple, 5-1.
Easy round. Full eco now for Navi. You can see what they're trying to do, as I said. Try and bait out the shots of the AWP. Unfortunately for them, Oscar's starting to hit some now. Hits the one towards Tetris, hides up, drops his utility, sets up Rops, who's got 35 bullets in that Khalil, just a note. So you can go for long committed sprays, 15 bullets or so, and still have a residual in the magazine. Gets 2, stays alive, clean sweep. That's just what they need now. A chance to swell their bank accounts even more. Another pretty much full eco. Simple gets a deagle. Chris J just preempting the shot there, I think. Maybe just a bit too keen. And this will be used like a tactical timeout itself. Just hold up, try and bleed out the CT's utility. That's actually a really beneficial approach. And so's that. Oh my god. Where did that come from?
Well, it's Sunny. Shut down Simple Electronic, just Zeus remaining. As Chris J shuts out Edward, very solid from Mousesports. Zeus goes back to the top of middle, desperate to just get a weapon at this point in time. He's shut down by Chris, 6-1. Mousesports dominating now. And Chris is the one on the op. Yes, Oscar is still hitting a few more shots than last map. He's got 8 kills, but Chris is the one that's also looking extremely solid in the second mid position coming out from Catwalk. 5 kills for him overall. Sunny leads the way on 8. Things are starting to look alive.
There we have it. 6-1. Double AWP setup, money. Is getting in a fantastic position for Mousesports. You can see why that CD side is so good. Chris J locking down one perimeter map, usually short. Oscar keeping dynamic. This time, it'll be towards the window. A execute coming in from Navi now. There's a smoke towards CT spawn. Flashes in. Oscar and Robs try and play in front of them. Molotov dropped in the plant spots to disallow entry. No kills just yet. This is good news for Mousesports though. Navi found nothing at all. Oh, he drops off the boost. That was a guaranteed kill there for Oscar.
That is literally the worst time that could have happened. He's aware of the possibility as well. And he'll move off the angle with Edward so close. Finally, Navi getting an execution to work for them. It's the first time they've gone for a straight A execution. So bomb down, 5 versus 5. And a desperate situation as Navi needs to win this still. Good post-plant control. Double rotation from A main. Okay, I like the decision of going with one. Simple and Edward step up. Sunny with one back. I was going to say both Zeus and Flamey were going to rotate around to mid. I agree with leaving at least one toward A main because at the time, there was still a lot of pressure in mid and a lot of holding positions from Mousesports that could have caught them both off. Still Simple exists on the site. And it's never a simple task to retake when he's alive. As Chris does get electronic, they know where he is. Good win. 3 players staying alive as they pick up their second round.
Bomb goes down uncontested there. Good news for the CTs and Navi at that point, really. Mousesports still have a huge amount of firepower available. 5 players rotating in. Problem is, though, I guess, the double AWP setup, not ideal for that retake. Navi were lucky that Oscar missed that boost. That was actually looking very good for them. That's why I thought it was beneficial for them. He jumps off at the wrong time, though. Edward survives, gets nice and close towards CD spawn, nails that first player, makes things very uncomfortable. Mousesports can still justify going for it, although the percentages were against them. But still, Navi, pretty clean round. They'll get the AWP out for Simple as well. Tactical pause by them. So far, the only rounds that have really worked have been set pieces towards A. 6-2. You can't be running that every single round. Throw it in once every 3 or 4. What's the play this time? They need to avoid the reset this round. That's why they go for the pause here. Money's starting to be whittled down for Mousesports. You see Oscar and Sunny feeling the brunt of it. Sticker, not amazing, 2,200, but still, they've gone for a full buy here. The double orbs, defuse kits, incendiaries, simple. Dangerous position, very vulnerable to grenades there. Chris J's the AWP on A this time. They keep just changing things up. I like that about Mousesports.
Oscar gets the gap, realizes that as it went dark, someone certainly crossed over, which means there is at least a presence toward the apartments. He's ready. Ready indeed. Takes down Zeus, falls off. Just throwing his direction means that he naturally has to, but he's quick enough to find electronic in the window, knows they're still pushing in, expects that Van is his next most likely position to find a kill and sets accordingly, but then swings in and Edward actually finds him. That's going to give Edward a chance to continue to walk in and take control of the situation. Unfortunately, he misses out one single shot towards Sunny, but it doesn't matter because Simple's there to make up for it. 2 versus 2. No bomb planted as of yet. 54 seconds is a lot of time for Navi to work with.
Absolutely. Rops towards Sean now. Sticker holds in the kitchen. This is not comfortable for them. Simple. Looking towards the apartment right now. They stick together.
Up, yep.
Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. What a great call. That could be everything. You would not expect that in the 2-on-2 right now.
Which is why Simple was so close to him when he was planting. That wasn't just for positional control. Simple to face, finds one. May not even come to the boost because he knows both were there. Rops down on the first shot. Sticko inching ever closer. As he gets set toward the bench, he'll fire it. Simple, exactly what Edward was waiting for. Brilliant play. 6-3, 2 in a row for Navi.
You can see that's all Simple's doing as well. He's ready towards short, ready to boost up as soon as he does it. Spots both towards short, completely nails the first shot. And then Edward didn't even have to work hard at all there. That was a guaranteed frag for him. Simple just took all the aggro away, didn't overcommit, just making sure he kept the attention. And now it's Oscar making it a 5-on-3 at the very start of the round, Matt, and it still crumbles around them. Very well played by Navi, but frustrating for Mousesports there. Double orb set up again. The last of the international squad's cash. Will it be enough? UMPs, Famises, 2 orbs, no kits. Chris J and Oscar have to work hard for the frags here. They've been good so far. And Chris J, we challenge once again. Too easy for him. Where's the smoke towards short? It's not going to be there. They tried to flash towards middle. He wants a little bit more here as well. Simple looking to take him down, but Chris J makes a wise and informed decision to fall back. They've got that lead. They need to maintain it now. Don't allow Simple back into the round.
They might let Simple back in the round with mid, but what a flash. Chris is just relentless on catwalk with that AWP. They need to almost be ready for it at this point in time. Find a way to counter it. He's going to go through smokes, I guarantee you that, so position accordingly. In toward Palace, Rop shuts down Flamey. Great recovery from Mousesports. Again, you mentioned it. They had tons of money to work with. We're able to rope together a buy this time that could give them not only the half, but potential eco to go against next round for Navi. Simple alive with Electronic. Electronic getting Sunny. Chris is going to slip up, though. Oh, Simple. No idea to expect that shot as they actually were intending to head back to the apartments. And Rops waits for Electronic. Can't quite land the shot. Knows that he's back towards spawn, though, and they'll slowly work in that direction.
Great work by Chris J. As I mentioned coming into this one, it's the orbs that had to step up. 2 of those to work with, and Chris J shows why he is part of this crazily good double orb setup. He was the main AWP of Mousesports for so long, and now taking the secondary AWP role, but doing it in such great style. It's one of the main reasons as to why they're so good at Mirage. It's such an AWP-centric map, and if Chris J can patrol middle like that, great timings, good at flashbangs. He seems to know the map so well. Amazing movement to have that great mobility around the mid area. Money not broken for Navi, but it's getting there. Back and forth game. Obviously, most of the rounds going towards Mousesports here, but there's no smoke towards short there. Wasn't a huge fan of that. He looked not easy for Chris, but that first shot definitely should have been more challenging. Maybe had some more trade potential there. Edward going down almost nothing, and they will be bringing 3 AKs, a UMP, and a Desert Eagle here. Execute again. It worked before. Why not? They've got double orb set up. This is the best way to shut orbs down. Smoke them out of the round. Force players like Rops to play, as usual, towards Shadow, and he has to find at least a couple of kills. He'll be isolated from his teammates.
Ops getting aggressive toward A main, takes damage. Down to 53 as Edward slips in behind them. It's Sunny inside of the smoke at the top of the stairwell. That could be problematic. If he pushes through, He's got so much information of noise right now. He knows they're below him. If he pushes through, he can catch them all off. Drops in. I expected him to know that there was one below, and Electronic realizes he's on top of him.
Absolutely. 4 versus 3, though. They maintain the man advantage. Rob still towards the Palace. Bomb, of course, not planted. Now they've got no utility whatsoever. They have to rely on pure brawn here. As Flamey will be boosted up. They have got a minute, so they can be slow. That's how they like it. Now just boost here after the totem pole set up.
Run across. That's a very hard run boost if that's what they're attempting.
It didn't even matter either way.
Yeah, it didn't work, but no one was peeking it. So Flamey gets toward jungle, but Rops finds him immediately. Back from Palace, now they know he's there. This is a problem. Electronic wanted to wait to hold that angle. He's now been found by Oscar, and Simple, who is boosted over by Electronic just as Flamey was, is now sitting and just waiting for the round to end. It's ended, certainly has, convincingly, as Mousesports take 8-3.
They certainly do, Matt. And that's going to be the money gone for Navi. Pretty desperate approach there towards the A side. As we saw, he had the Desert Eagle, the UMP, AKs. Tried the AXQ once again, but didn't work at all. Rob's doing a great job, getting aggressive towards the Palace at the very start. Gets one and tucks himself in there. Means they can't really get their way towards the bomb, so they haven't got the utility to keep him out of there. Couldn't Molotov him out while they planted, or a smoke. And then everything went down. The smoke dissipated, and then all of a sudden, it all fell apart. Full eco for Navi now as Mousesports extend their lead. Remember, they dropped the first map, but that was Navi's pick. This is to be expected as well. And everyone would say Mousesports probably got the upper hand here on Mirage. Absolutely so. Train will be really interesting. We're not there yet. Obviously getting a bit ahead of ourselves there. Edward, not even moving in spawn. He's actually having a big discussion with Zeus, I think. They're using this as a tactical timeout.
Certainly are, and rightfully so, at 8-3. Navi looking lacking on their T sides. It was an issue for them in the group stage especially. As Chris waits at mid, he could be gifted a few kills here. Pistols will head in his direction. First one easy, simple, down. Gets the shot, follows it up. Edward as well, 9-3, straightforward. Now we'll get to the guns after the timeout.
Have a look at the buy here. 9-3. This map feels like it's slipping away from Navi. 1 for 11 for Zeus. Electronic and Edward and Flamey all gone very quiet. They looked very good on Overpass, and now it's gone back to being very average. Simple, 9 kills. That's not enough for the hard carry. I'm afraid he has had some exciting rounds, but 3's not going to be enough at this point against a Mousesports side. We have 5 AKs, the bare essentials in terms of utility. And a double orb setup still ringing true. Edward did have a chance to take one down as he crossed towards the connector. Not the easiest of shots, but certainly something there. Chris J, as usual, towards short. Will he be gifted another kill here? Oscar will be. Gap in that smoke from what I could see. Simple will be boosted up now. And good flashbang. You can see why Mousesports are so good on this map. Taking attention away, pushing certain positions. The flashbangs, the smokes are all perfect. The teamwork, the chemistry. It all looks so good. Almost perfect at points. Simple has made his way towards CT spawn. Oscar was ready for it, but couldn't nail the shot in time. Simple takes him down, and now there's a chance as he finds another. Finds Robs as well. This guy's on a tear. Flame will smoke towards CT spawn, and Simple might have done it just again. How does he do this every single time? Give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Well, 3 kills.
He's going to have to continue to take miles away, though, because it's been problematic for Navi to get rolling. His impact is what changes it. Unsurprisingly, he's at 12 kills. We're waiting for the Edward, the Flamey that we saw in map 1. But Navi get a 4th round at 9-4. If they can pull this half back into contention, even 10-5, I would say they give themselves a great chance.
Unbelievable. Just when it seems they're out of the game, Simple just gets his way through, boosted window towards City Spawn, and just rails 3 of them. 12 kills for him now, keeping the dream alive, at least somewhat for Navi on the T side of Mirage. Double orbs. Once again, it's been such a problem for Navi. Can't see to shut it down. Edward's going to die here, almost certainly. He is looking sloppy towards, but he's just feeding them frags. There's no trade potential either. He just goes down alone almost every single time. Looks like Sunny's going to be getting a kill towards the underpass momentarily as well. Oh God, here he comes. Luckily, there's another player there to back him up. It's still a 3 versus 2, not over just yet. Chris J still towards short. Flamey makes his mark on the A side, but good timing from Sunny will take him down. And this looks like another harsh reset for the final round.
It's unfortunate considering the last round was so well orchestrated by Simple to bring them back into it. They cannot seem to get it going though. only 2 rounds back-to-back in this half, and even then they were hit with a reset. So it's been 3 rounds, then 1, 3 rounds, then 2, 3 rounds, then 1, and 3 more rounds. We don't have that many left in the half, obviously. Just 1 more to go. It could be 11-4 for Mousesports.
Now, if they're going to be as predictable as they've been so far, Navi will just get a force buy here with whatever they can and execute. Unfortunately, it's only worked out once for them, but that seems like all that they've really got to work with right now. A default or the execute. That's pretty much it. I haven't seen any crazy fakes right now. They're going to go towards B, so we'll give them a chance and see what they can bring to the table. Pour smoke towards middle of a massive gap. That's not going to fool Chris J for too long. B rush, boys. Hope for the best. Deep breath. He's going to be sticking to defend, and he'll get one. He's playing very well. He gets the double frag. That might just be enough.
Chris with the shot to Flamey. Pretty straightforward for Mousesports. Again, all 5 staying alive. Navi not getting going at all. On Mirage, 11-4 Mousesports, much better than what we saw from them on map 1. So each team looking comfortable on their own map. If Mousesports can replicate Navi in finding both pistols, as they did on Inferno, or excuse me, on Overpass, good chance map 3 happens sooner rather than later. If Navi win that pistol, we could perhaps not even need it. We'll see. It's Mirage, excuse me, I'm looking toward the 3rd place game. I thought I had it up on my screen already. I did not.
What are you looking for? Final map, train.
Train, there you go. I always double check now, Henry, because I'm getting old and my memory is fading.
Train is the 3rd and deciding map, and where things should be a lot more interesting. The first 2 maps have not been that great.
And look out for electronic. Good read from Stico. Both of the maps, or series, I should say, that have gone to 3 maps with Navi were on Train, and they won both of those. Chris J takes Edward. Edward found Sunny beforehand because Chris wasn't swift enough to find him underneath the shadow, but Zeus and Simple to work back in from jungle. Rops in Palace. Oscar in mid. Not great presence, but good crossfire potential. Not when Simple simply walks out. Bomb gets dropped. Rops is being stared down, and they've gotten inside of the window at the very least, but Zeus hears Oscar coming. Great shot from Oscar. That changes things because Simple can no longer focus on Palace, has to back away, needs to isolate this into one-on-ones rather than getting caught. He's managed that very successfully as well. Bomb still dropped.
Simple starting to come to life once again. Can he save the round once more? He's up against Rops, one of the absolute talents of Mousesports here. Bomb down in Simple's favor. No bullets hitting just yet. Rops applying the pressure, but Simple ready to fight.
This doesn't lead to a bomb plant. This is a one-up duel straight up. Whoever gets the kill wins it. Simple backs away, knows that he can still play off the bomb. I'd be very surprised if he does concede. The plant goes back out, goes Rops is peeking and nails the shot as well. Simple, 3 kills in the pistol.
Yeah, absolute MVP of this event so far. What an absolute monster of the game. 2 Titans on the server locking horns there. Rops versus Simple, but of course, Simple will come out on top there. 3 kills at the USP as he revitalizes Navi somewhat. Good headshots across the board there. Just had to take down 1 more. I thought after Oscar got a kill towards jungle, that'd be it, but how does he find that shot? Once again, it's Simple. I think in the last, if you're giving it the last 2 months, 3 months or so, he for me definitely is the best player right now. In terms of current form, what he's doing for this team, this is unbelievable. Even when the team's in a slump, he's got some of the best stats in the world.
So looking for the gap.
It's electronic again.
He's up close to that smoke. This is a problem as well because he hasn't even got a single kill, Zeus. Overrun, and he might be outdone. Edward, just barely gets away, 20 HP. They're low. 2 for Oscar, 14 for Chris, but they've got the numbers. Simple nails the jump to mid, but mistimed. Didn't know that they would still be toward the top. And he, as well, does considerable damage. But it's Flamey with a shotgun and Edward that suddenly have to salvage this. Sunny's on a 79 HP. Bomb planted, they're going to back off it. Nothing they can do. So momentum stolen from Mousesports. Or rather stolen by, I should say. Stolen from Navi because after winning the pistol, they concede the 2nd round.
They'll do it with very low HP, and that's going to be disappointing for Navi after all the hard work Simple did in the pistol there. It's all for naught as Flamey and Edward have to look by as the bomb goes off. And it's electronic. I have to question the play there, going right up to the smoke when there's an obvious gap there. Maybe not obvious for his POV, but where Sunny was looking, there was a misthrown smoke. That should be nailed every single time. He'll spot Electronic, take him down, force a rotation from B. His teammates are ready to commit. It's perfect setup in that respect. They'll have to force by now. Can they steal it back. The M4 and the Famous will have to do the heavy lifting here. And the other players will most certainly force by. Simple will go for the scout. He's been dropped out. He just buys armor for himself. We'll see whether he can get things going here. So it looks like maybe even a B rush here from the Mousesports side. I'm really not a fan of that approach. We've talked about this many times before. Rushing B against CZs and a B stack. You've got no information what they've got on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home. It's a horrible idea, and you will be punished for it.
Shot back from Oscar will take out Edward. Again, damage is done. It's the advantage to the team with the lesser weapons. See if they can convert it, so too as Mousesports did in the previous round. The problem is that they've still got a little bit more position on the site than what Navi ever had previously. And they still have a flash to go along with the armor. The AK, Galil, and the bomb now planted by Stico. Flashes. I think he was hoping Oscar might try and peek on that. They're going to repeat exactly what Simple and Edward did in the last half. Boost up for Oscar. He can watch the doorway. Nails it. Now they know he's there. Question is, does he stick with it? He doesn't need to, and he'll change it. He knows they've gotten him through the window. Flamey's got one. Knows that Oscar's going to re-peek. And it's down to Simple, but never discount Simple. A scout shot to win it.
Disgusting. How has he done it again? 3 kills with Simple. I'm just going to reiterate that point about rushing B against CZ. If you rush B against a professional team that know the tendencies of what you like to do in those particular rounds, you have no idea. Are they stacking with CZ? Has Simple got a scout on that side of the map? Sure, it's unlikely, but you've given yourself no chance to work it out. Look how easy it is for Simple. That's not even difficult shots for him. It's still great. Not many players will pull it off, but you are against him. You want to eradicate him, take him out of the game. Why aren't you using your smokes? Why aren't you doing the default at the start? And that's normally Navi's calling card, rushing B against the CZs, and that's why they were struggling so much at the previous event. There we go. Mousesports giving them a lifeline. Really didn't like that call. It's lazy and sloppy just to call a B rush and hope they don't stack it.
Good shot, Flamey, to take out Chris J.
I even had that conversation with Stico 2 nights ago.
Didn't listen to you, did he?
I broke down that exact scenario when Navi at the Major when they did that, and I told Sticker all about it. He goes, yeah, that's a really bad call. Why would they do that? That's a quote, and they've done it themselves here.
You're going to have to speak to him, Henry.
I'm going to have to.
It's unacceptable. The greatest coach of all time told him not to do it, and they did it anyway.
You didn't speak to him.
Oh, that's very kind
nice.
of you. That's very kind of you. I don't want you to reveal that I'm the one pulling the strings in the back end, okay? There's enough competition for me as it is.
Well, there we go. It looks like, oh, maybe not. Rops finds the shot. He's going to take the Electronic as well. Absolutely. Electronic was a sitting duck there. Simple, though, in another 2 versus 1. Oscar thinking about peeking. Ooh. He does, and he gets away with his life. Simple. That might be his chance gone.
If he wins 2 in a row with scoped weaponry.
Oh, the bomb is in the open.
That's massively in the open. Simple. Oh, he sees it, but he's realized it late. He pulled the knife to see exactly where they were. He wanted to go for a fast peek, and he realizes immediately that the bomb was there. Problems as he still can't land against Oscar. He got him to 1 HP through the wall, but Oscar holds the angle, and it's 13-6 for Mousesports. Get ready for train.
I think he might be right there. Navi will have to force by again. Simple's made the call straight away. Deagle armor. And it looks like they might be done here. They've had a couple of chances. Simple can only do so much, though. You can't expect him to win every single 2-on-1. That was Rops, though. Great work. Spinning around in the B apartments. Did find Electronic. Before he even turned around, I knew he had that kill. Electronic had no cover. Right in the open. They had no chance to find the frag. Should be pretty smooth sailing now for Navi. Sorry, for Mousesports in this particular round. They've got this up to stick up against the CZs, the PD50s. 1 UMP. They don't rush B again. We'll go into CZ positions like that. No trade there. That's always the aim of the game here. Make sure you have trades when you commit. There we go. They give up at least 1 weapon. Just the MAC-10. Or the MP7, I guess it was. Of course it is. It's Chris J.
And we're at MP7. Nade. Can go slightly deep. He's still on 48. Fractional damage applied. Boost in the corner. That wasn't silent in dropping down. Electronic certainly made noise. I'll hear them scurrying back toward the window either way. after. Electronic, fire corner, fire box, and Flamey to go first. Need to work together on this. Electronic doesn't want to peek. He wants to watch Palace. He'll go now because they're close enough. Flamey's done too. With 13 HP, Rops finally gets the response, but do they expect a second player to be underneath? I think they do. Electronic tried to slip up, but Rops gets him. Edward, look at the time, 11 seconds. Gets the shot, simple to Rops. That doesn't even matter. It won't go to time at all. It'll go to kills. 7 rounds, Navi.
They get given another lifeline here. Navi, it seems like it should be done, but still, Flamey will find form there with the CZ. I think Simple has found his 20th kill from what I've seen as well. He has indeed. 20 kills, 13 deaths. Zeus right down there, 4 kills, 18. That's not good enough. Electronic, supposed to be one of the new fraggers of the team. 5 kills, 19 deaths. No wonder Navi is struggling so much here. As we'll get into number 21, full eco for Mousesports. A chance to breathe on the Navi side. They need to start finding some cash. It's not over until they reach 16 at the top. They need to stop making mistakes and allow themselves to get the full setup here. 5 players have to survive here. They get the leads. They cannot start running around the map like they were on Overpass. They have to just hold up and be patient. Sports made their fair share of mistakes here on the T side. Some of the calls have been a little bit out there. That's the first kill. Now they can fall back to the bomb sites, hold the crossfires. You've ascertained it's a full eco. That first kill, you can feel when they've got no armor. If they have no armor, they haven't force ball. Nothing more has to be done. It's unlikely to have utility, any sort of firepower more than a deagle. So just hold up, drop your smokes, your incendiaries, treat it like a gun round and make sure they have nothing to work with.
Me. Trying to get shots out toward the ramp. Bit of damage toward Chris. And Rops. They'll all fall back, Sticko included. 4 toward A with a rotation back to B. They're going to have to consider this at some point in time. I say B, actually. It's going to go middle, so Electronic will spot this. Certainly will. Takes down Chris. If they had gone down the B hallways toward B site and isolated the single player, and you never know what might have happened. Simple with 2. Flamey shutting out Sunny. We're not done. 3 rounds for Mousesports, and it's going to become more and more challenging. Not... Okay, fair enough. They are in a position to buy. I was going to say not quite back into a buy situation, but Oscar's at 6,400.
Mousesports have thrown away some historic leads. Boston Major comes to mind. QB Fire 13-2 on Train. Game went against them. They have done it before. They are known to do it. They lose their momentum. The wind gets taken out of their sails. Then all of a sudden, a team like Navi can find their way in, especially with the way Simple's playing. Such a talking point for Navi. But you can't deny his prowess in the server. It's just too much to handle sometimes. Every round, he seems to have a shout with it. Execution now from Mousesports. They're playing in front of the smoke, so this looks quite good for Navi. Dropping the incendiary. Flashbang will come in, trying to set Electronic up. He's been so quiet. Not good enough so far. And that's a great smoke for Navi. They're going to have to push through this and hope for the best.
Flamey, good lineup, can't hit the shot. Sunny, oh no!
Wow, Electronic,
falling apart because Electronic needed to easily clean up what Flamey began. Couldn't do it, Edward. Stuck in the corner. Simple needs to know when to peek on this. Knows Chris is playing. He goes into the flames, hits it, gets away as well as the smoke dissolves because he was susceptible and vulnerable towards Sandwich. Simple stepping up.
He's the only one that's saving them every single round. It's unbelievable. No one should be this good.
Edward to take down Oscar as well. Suddenly it's all on Sticko. A one-on-one ensues and it's Simple. Who else to go against Sticko? He's crossed in both with Deagles in hand. Damage done. He wants an AK. He's got an M4. That'll do because Sticko's extremely low. 9 HP. 2 hops down. He'll happily grab one of those again for the next round. This is about to become 13-9. Surely he hits the shot. He looks away. Sticko
oh my
gets
God.
some damage in. 13 HP, but he responds in time.
He does it again. 3 kills to Simple. That was Flaming Electronic completely dropping the ball there. 25 kills. The next closest on his team's got 12. Zeus is down there at 4 for 19. Electronic's doing nothing on 7 kills and 20 deaths. And you can see those are kills he should be picking up. You're absolutely right. Flamey weakening them all up. They're running through a grey screen and Electronic can't even find a kill there. That's unreal. Simple just about gets the clutch as well. Down to 18 HP there to finish things off. 13-9. Another eco for Mousesports. Looking for double digits. Simple's already cemented MVP for me. Regardless if they win or lose this grand final, it's over. No one's come close to this sort of performance. Smoke in, execute towards A. They won't be aiming to win this round. Just try and get the bomb down, boost the coffers for the next one. They did good smokes coming in, and you can see the CT's not completely comfortable. This could actually get quite interesting, you know. Electron will be the first, finally starting to show some form. Will be against full ecoed players. And the bomb will be planted from what I can see. Nope, denied by Edward. Good job. Drops right, get a couple here, the Deagle. Spraying it wildly. Can't connect, and Mousesports now feeling the pressure map. 13 to 10. Certainly slowing down.
Not only will they be feeling the pressure, the noise-canceling headphones are very good, but they'll certainly be realizing there's a rumble beneath from this crowd. I'll certainly see the hands in front raised in the air in support of the Navi comeback. Map 2. First one went Navi's way on Overpass. It's middle for Sunny. Molotov to connector. Gap for Simple. It was changed from B to from A to B, excuse me. It was a good flash. It was a miss. Sunny went just far enough on the wide peak. He's got position. How does he hit that? How is he that quick?
No!
He's still in the animation of jumping and somehow nails the shot on Sunny.
It's not possible. This can't be happening. How is he just doing this every single round? He was dead to rights there, Matt. There's no way he gets that kill. He's too fast. He can't be human.
The FIA needs to implement balance of performance, because that is ridiculous. Give this man a handicap.
Yeah, the MVP is locked in. I said it before. There's no disputing it now. Even if they lose this 16-0 in the next map, it's done. My God. No one's touching his form right now. No one coming close to it, what Simple's doing on the servers. He's only 20 years old as well, Matt. This is unbelievable. Anyway, 5 on 3. As they make their way towards a 35 seconds, they're playing so scared now. Trying to do anything they can, sticking together, looking very timid. Flamey, guaranteed kill there, trying to dine the bomb, and he completely rinses them. Just one player remaining. Rop's left in another 4 versus 1, but not for long. Simple takes care of business there as well. My God, 3 more kills for him. As he comes close to 29, Kazoo still under 4. Electronic looking for double digits. 13-11, another eco for Mousesports. Is this a performance that denies the 3rd map?
Unbelievable.
Feels like it could be.
Unbelievable. That shot on Catwalk as well. 29 kills. 25th round. And it could well be 13 to 12 at the end of this as Simple slides out toward A main. Wants a fast pick this time. Not common we see AWP players play that angle anymore. But he's going to go for it. As soon as he hits it, I'm sure he'll transition immediately onto connector as well. I say that, he's already started to rotate in that direction. In fact, they're going to rotate all the way back around to CT stairs. They went so aggressively to hold off A main, expecting a rush. Good smokes. This is interesting because that call for a late rotation opens the site, so a bomb plant inevitable at this point in time. They can actually pull this off, Mousesports.
Yeah, these rounds are always dangerous. They are fully equipped with armor and upgraded pistols here. The smokes are good. The plant is in. Look at the backstab coming in from Sticko as well. This is actually looking quite promising. All it takes is one Deagle kill, but Simple starting to hit shots. Maybe this doesn't have a chance in it. Sticko will go down as well. That's the flank thwarted as the kills start to rack up. Simple finds 2 more, and it will just be Chris J to do nothing about this whatsoever. Another 3K for Simple. This is just something else. Finds his 32nd frag of the game so far, and they're coming close to equaling the scoreline in Mousesports. This game felt like it was over. The first half was so one-sided. They were, what, like 6-1 up at one stage? Completely ran away with it. Then it was 9-3. All of a sudden, the second half comes in. Simple's is carrying. This is a one-man show right now. 3Ks every single round, it feels like. He's got $13,000. You won't be slowing him down anytime soon. As he changes the position up towards window this time, ready to drop the smoke. Well, drop the incendiary to deny the smoke.
Sunny, smoke in his face. Electronic will climb the ladder and get away from the flames thrown his direction. All to play for, and Mousesports absolutely going to be feeling the pressure. Flamey climbs up the stairs, former E-box position. And he'll have company as Sunny gets closer to the smoke. AK in hand. Who's going to spot the other first? Slight position advantage to Flamey, but Sunny realizes where the shots came from, and yes, his head is rattled.
Well, it's back and forth so far. We're missing a couple of these kills, but Edward looking to lock it down. That's poor from him, though. Had to do better with that one. Chris J answers back. And Simple starts to come into the round. That's a scary prospect for anyone. Nailing shots all over the place, but Oscar finally takes care of business. 2 versus 1. Zeus has been absent from this map so far. I don't see him having a chance in this one. Nails the first shot. Can't finish it off, though. Finally, Mousesports get around on the board in what feels like an absolute lifetime. But only one player survives, Matt. But it is Robs, and he does recover the AWP.
If they get reset now at 14-13, this is game for Navi to take. Problem is for Navi, the close rounds previously mean that their money's not amazing right now either, and you absolutely will bet your bottom dollar on a force buy, and rightfully so, because it's going to go to 15 rounds either way. You might as well break them and take the advantage I just mentioned. Otherwise, you're making it just as difficult to try and force out extra rounds, extra innings. What a comeback, but still not enough in the end. Perhaps, we'll see. It's Mousesports with pressure. Identify where Simple is and avoid him.
You're witnessing something very special in this grand final so far. Simple is an absolute enigma. No one is this good right now in CSGO. 34 kills. Consistent in every single game. Even when his team are getting wrecked, he posts these sort of numbers. He is a very special player indeed. And we get into round number 27. Does he have what it takes to get them over the mark? 2-0. The buy's not great. He had to drop a lot of weaponry. He spent $13,000 in that round, man. $14,000 he spent in that one particular round. He's not only just carrying and frags, he's also just dropping absolutely everything. Keeping his teammates while fragging in the game. With weaponry, Electronic's been doing almost nothing so far. As he will find the first frag there. Could he get the double taking? Sunny down, it's converted. Edward stepping up here. And the M4 encroaches towards the top of middle. It does significant damage. They can't take down Oscar just yet.
Edward still waiting. Toward the window side. Quick nade out to make sure that anyone down below takes a bit of damage. He'll rotate over to support on Zeus. Advantage to Navi. And remember the Mousesports situation. A reset here hinders them and puts this potentially to a 14-14 scoreline. Flamey will hold off A-Main on his own. In fact, he's going to push all the way up. This limits any possibility of rotating back. I'm catching him off. They're getting that direction. If he gets the kills here, he'll give enough time for the rotations to come in, enough opportunity for Simple to get in position. Chris is dead. Knows that he's there. They were ready for it. They had nades out. Flamey finds 2 and call it done. Or is it Young Rops to the AWP, and the rotation's already in position.
Remember, Matt, this is a full reset for the Mousesports side.
And what a great call from Zeus. He's already pushed up the other direction behind them, so not only did Flamey get the information by pushing A, Zeus is now going to pincer Rops in with 27 seconds he has to face against Simple and against Edward. Simple doesn't hit the first shot. AWP posted, and not a secondary angle available from Connector. Edward's going to play patiently, and rightfully so. Goes aggressive, catches him out, 14-13.
Money in the bin. Tactical pause is guaranteed at this point. What are they going to do? There it is. The pause is called. My God, what a man this is turning out to be. Another exciting grand final here in CSGO. They seem to deliver every single time in the last year. Has Simple done enough on home soil? 34 kills, 14 deaths. Will they buy here? They've got $3,400 on Robs. Oscar, similar story. And Sunny's all in. That might be the call. It's such a difficult one to make. They know the money's weak on the Navi side. It will take an absolute monstrous performance right now. They're not looking confident on that side of the server. Chris J also all in. Same story for Sticker. They're going for it, Matt. They have to. It all comes down to this, really. Just to know, Robs and Oscar, they'll have more significant money. They're going to keep on $3,000, so 3 players going for it.
This is desperate.
Now let's go towards B. Smoke's in.
Yep, Smoke's going to cover off the archway. Might actually go Bachelor with that and do the entire catwalk position. That gives Edward some room to work. In fact, it does. Fitness thrown, but Zeus in position to get down by Sunny. They still have the spray. Edward's there. Low HP for Sunny. Taps away, and Edward has 3. Simple with 1. Stick go down 14-14.
They needed a bomb plant now. Those 2 players going all in. Yes, as you can see, $2,000 on 3 players. You can't buy now. Oh, God, what do you do? This is horrible. Does Austin get the AWP out? Rops gets an AK. Your two-star players go at it. I don't want to be the in-game leader right now on that side. I don't know what to call. There's no good answer at this point. Navi are breathing down your neck. Simple is gunning for blood. Zeus, at least, I think he just need to focus on B. He can't hit a broadside of a barn right now.
The trophy awaits. Navi 2 rounds away from it. Mousesports 18 rounds away from it. If they win 2 here, they could force out Train. Reset the mentality and start from scratch.
They're all there. I think they saw the all purchase map. Here it comes. They're going for it. 2 players will purchase up. Oscar, AWP, Rops, AK-47. Pistols around them. Do or die time. In terms of the loss bonus, they lose this, they'll get $2,400 into the next round. And Navi will have series points. They didn't go for the AK. They just went for that 1 AWP. They need to save that at least.
Electronic will rotate back over toward the stairs. He's toward Chris J. He's forced back. Edward overstepping the mark.
He's heard the Glocks and he's got hungry again. He's got that devil on his shoulder saying, get the eco frags. They've got Glocks. Let's go. And this is what happened on Overpass. Hunting for kills for no reason.
Giving Rops an M4. Not something I would recommend.
And that's why they're going in towards firing those Glocks. They want to bait out some sort of reaction. And they've taken the baits. This could be something good. Mousesports towards B, but look who's waiting. Their absolute nemesis. The Undertaker, Simple, waits towards B. AWP in hand, but Oscar's coming as well. If he gets the opening pick, that's it, round done. They've got no nades, just have to get contact here. As soon as Simple finds his first kill, if he does, he turned away! They've got a chance!
Simple looks back, realizes his mistake, but they're going to run him down. They're going to overwhelm him. This could still go to Mousesports on 15 first, or will it? Simple with the deagle. A single shot left inside of it. He goes back to the AWP because he has to. Thankfully, Flamey's arrived. He's run out of ammo on his AK because he's killed them all. 4 kills. And he gets them on to 15. It nearly didn't work out, but it's championship point for Navi.
My God. You're absolutely right there, Matt. How have they done this? We'll see what comes into the fray here. Round number 30, all the rounds. Mousesports. We were just saying that, let's think about Train at the beginning of this. It was like, well, no, we don't have a chance now. It's all done. Well, look what they've done. Look what Simple's done to them. He's closing in on 40 kills in regulation time. 36 right now. If he wins it in regulation for his team, I don't know what to say anymore. There's no other adjectives that really do it justice anymore. Absolute brilliance. We'll see what happens here. The tactical pause could be the final one, could be the final round right now. I'll tell you what the final buy is. Oscar, he'll have the AWP. A decent buy as well with a helmet. Sunny, AK-47. Sticko, yet to buy. As the unpause is called. Half funds are exchanged. Khalil for Rops. 3 AKs. It's not disastrous. And we'll see what round number 30 has in store. Bring out your Deagles, your Diffuse Kits, your Zeuses, your Incendiaries, everything you can. Final round. And here we go. Mousesports have it in them to take it to overtime. A execute on the cards, but looks like a mid play first. Potentially an A split here. 2 players towards the underpass. Rob's lining up smokes towards middle. That's where to throw it towards that window area. It will be an A split. The final attempt. Simple. It's not on that side of the map.
Electronic with the first. 4 to go for Navi to get a long way to championship. Edward takes down Rops. Famously, Navi used to win in this building, but never internationally. This will be the first step getting back to international success, but it's not done yet because Chris J and Oscar find Simple and Electronic, meaning that they now have the advantage. And the bomb's being planted. They know Edward is still inside of Palace. Overtime might still be a possibility. What a shot, Oscar. It certainly might be, as Edward is left in a 1 versus 3, kit in hand. And they knew that he was here. And they certainly still do. Oscar staring at it, Chris J as well. He flashes himself out. It's done. 15-15. We go into extra rounds. Navi can't close on the first opportunity to lift the trophy.
15-15. And says it all. A sigh of relief for Mousesports there. They know it's all reset now. Money won't be a factor. But Simple and Co will stay on the CT side. That's where they've looked formidable. I have to say, some of the names just not really arriving there. Zeus finishes 30 rounds map. 30 rounds. 5 kills, 23 deaths. That is shocking. Electronic, not much better. He's supposed to be one of the key fraggers, 14, but Simple at the very top there does manage to at least get into overtime. Surely that's enough now. It's 10K, MR3. First to 19 at the top of your scoreboards, 18-18. I'm sure as you're aware from the earlier game, we do it all over again. Single orb setup this time.
Smoke in the window. Edward already beyond that is going to take over bottom mid. Out splash for Sticko. Just to ensure that anyone peeking from connector would be blinded as well as the smoke in front of them. Good shot from Sunny. Electronic gone. And they'll round the corner. Advantage already. Double that up. Zeus goes down. Simple with only one. He's traded out by Oscar. It's Edward on the flank that has to make do. Remember, he was in underpass early. He's making a lot of noise. Oscar's not heard it yet. He's got to slow this down. He can see the AWP sticking out naturally, surely. Can't hit the shots. Does get there before Oscar's ready to pull the trigger. And it's Sunny that offsets the deficit by 1 player in a 10 HP situation. Otherwise, dead even with the bomb now planted. It's their advantage. And Sunny's certainly going to be alive. That 10 HP is felt because he removes Edward from the map, from the round. Flamey in a 1 versus 3.
Absolutely is. Stands little to no chance here. The money's actually a bit of a factor here in MR3 10K. Buying an AWP up. And if you get double AWPs especially, you're going to be struggling for money even in the second round. So they'll have to try and save that. Good approach there from Sunny. 10 kills, 3 kills. As Flamey probably dies here as well. There he goes. Good work by Mousesports. Much faster play. Seem to have found their confidence now. And as you can see, Simple can't even afford the AWP going to round number 2. I'll have to be dropped. I don't mind the Zeus is doing it. Get him off the rifle. Give it to Simple. Gone for double. It's Zeus surely gives it to Flamey. Zeus is AWPing this round. I guess like the M4, he can't hit anything with it right now. Maybe the AWP is what he needs. Get 1 kill and die.
Possible. He's certainly struggling to get his name on the scoreboard. 5 kills and we're on round 32.
Yeah, it's not good enough. If they lose this grand final now, heads will be looking towards him.
Edward, good shot. Finds Sunny first. Flashes. Doesn't want to repeat. Chris takes down Zeus. The AWP doesn't work either. Run him down. I mean, there's a reason they're going to go B so much because they know that he's there and they know they can take advantage of it. With Chris so far in the site as well and them on the advantage, he's going to position to try and completely cut them off in the back line. This creates so much space on A. Problem is they don't have the bomb, and Electronic's the next victim.
Train could be on the cards after all. There'll be no money for the CTs left. And you're absolutely right. Why not just keep going to B? You've got someone who can't actually hit a single frag right now. Even with the AWP, he gets completely styled on by Chris J with the AK-47. It looks too easy for them right now. They found the formula, Matt. Stay away from Simple, and you'll just find rounds for days. 3-0 very likely at this point. That's going to be one of the lowest score margins I've seen in an overtime game, 5-25.
Certainly not good enough. You said it. Navi still on 15, and with the 10K MR3 overtime rather than 16K, it's a save from Navi, which could mean a 3rd straight round from Mousesports, meaning they would have map points. Oscar with the AWP watches the bottom side of connector in case anyone's worked their way out into mid through the window before they arrived in middle. Ops as well positions for anyone who might push through Palace, and there's certainly a presence, as we already saw Edward on that MP9. He would love to get the kill on Rop's isolated kill it would be and get the AK-47. Meanwhile, Mousesports continue to work inside of mid. Simple on a deagle. Molotovs to the window. Simple will have heard that from his position, so will Flamey. Flamey, the one with the rifle, has to be perfect here. Needs two at the very least. In they go. Can't find the first cleanly. Nearly gets two. He does. He just barely gets Sunny. Almost found a third on top of it, but Simple's erased by Oscar, and that negates any potential threat from the deagle firing back through connector.
He gives him a chance at least, and this CZ kill could be everything. Finally, Zeus! Oh! He does something! And it's magnificent. The CZ from the connector. It's enough to get them the round. 2-1. When it looked like 3-0 was almost certain. The first input he has in the game. I'm not even exaggerating that, and it's that. Well played.
I suppose he had to eventually. But, my God, what a way. CZ, he has 7 kills total. Those two certainly important as they get a round and a chance to bring this back. It avoids giving map point to Mousesports early in overtime and avoids the 3-0 sweep of their T side, remember, because the T side from Navi was not great.
It was not, but you saw how Mousesports looked revitalized there. When you get into overtime, you realize what the mistakes were. Now you've got money to work with. You can go for something faster, perhaps. Do this, go for the AXQ 3 times in a row. Worked a couple of times. It seems like that's all they really had. I won't lie to you. They had a BXQ, which they barely did because they'd lose a player before they could even do it. They have a default, which they were getting wrecked on every single time from the aggression of the CTs. And they had the AXQ, which was very standard, pretty traditional, nothing to really write home about, which worked a couple of times because the key riflers would find some kills. Sometimes you can just do an AXQ and Oscar's gone towards B, for example, you get a bit lucky. What are they going to do here? They need 2 rounds to just force double overtime. That would be my first objective. You're not even looking to win this one. It's unlikely you do, considering the way you've played T-side. I think they needed 2 rounds there. Lucky to even get 1. Navi, that was. The Amports will come in. What's the play? You can almost guarantee the double orb setup from Chris Janko, but he was absolutely wrecking them. Surely Edward doesn't go down and start at middle every single round. That can't happen again. Chris can't be unable to have 1 free kill at the start of every single round. Let's see if it happens. Double orb setup as predicted. It is expensive though. Lose 1 round, straight away you're struggling. Navi. Can't believe they got that final round. And of all the players, it's Zeus. Simple. Does leg up Sunny there. Disappointed he can't find the frag. Difficult shot to hit. He nails it, but in the leg it is.
Flash over toward mid. Chris forced off slightly from the angle as a result of it. Tico still jumping inside of B to spot the apartments. Slow and steady, as always, from Navi. 45 seconds. Smoke toward mid-window from Electronic. Chris has the first arch smoke. That means he can't cover in behind immediately. I said that was toward window. My mistake. That was different lineup. That's actually toward the front side of the catwalk. So they're trying to isolate, but they're going to wrap back the underpass. The isolation smoke, therefore, means no one can turn around and catch them out at connector. They have full access onto 8. Flamey's been waiting inside of A main directly. Oscar, however, is undeterred so far by utility. The flash certainly will move him. He tries to fire into it. 12 seconds. Electronic has to stick the plant no matter what, and that means they need to cover off connector. They managed to do so. Flamey finds Robs, but a good response from Sticko. It's still the bomb down, and Navi with a chance to close the round as Chris gets aggressive on the EWP. He's going to spot Simple. What a play as he gets aggressive. One out of Simple's own playbook, perhaps, as he continues to swing in. It's Flamey that's next in line. He finds Oscar first, knows that Chris is close, and he nails that as well. Finally, someone else stepping up for Navi as Sunny makes up for it, though. He'll find Flamey. It's Electronic versus 2. 2 on very, very low HP. One directly in front of him, one directly beside. Finds the first. No, Sticko's coming. Baits him back out. And Electronic with both will bring us back.
My God. Overtime delivering once again. 17-17. Not the cleanest of rounds, but they'll take it. 10 seconds to get that bomb down. Way too slow as usual. If that gets denied at all, the round was over. They took a risk, and it just about works out for them. Double orb setup comes out for arguably the last time here. They find the first. Like we said, Navi needs 2 just to guarantee double overtime here. It's unlikely they get all 3 from what we've seen in regulation, but you never know. Mousesports need to make sure that if they win this one, it's a clean victory. It comes down to 1v1 again. Money will just be completely destroyed for them. All in. Moscow have no grenades. And Simple takes down one of the main players there at Mousesports. Another great shot, a wallbang. We didn't quite catch it. It was towards B. And an early pick. The conversion rate on opening picks for Navi is through the roof. 1 minute 20. What's the reaction here? The CTs have to do something. Sunny alone in the B side. 3 towards A. Looking for championship points again. They've already had it once. Navi will go back to a B execution. They haven't even used the utility here map. And they'll send 5 players towards the A side. That's where Sticko, Rops, and Chris J wait. Chris J with the AWP as well, playing in front of the smokes right now, as you can see.
2 smokes, speaking of utility, still on the CT side for Chris Sticko. And then 3 cans of flames. Incendiaries could be beneficial if they want to try and deny default positions for the bomb. Chris steps out, takes down Edward. Speaking of Molotovs, one there to immediately extinguish, but Simple gets the angle. No smoke down, no counter smoke, that is from the CTs, but Ross, he's got the ball, and Sticko's perfectly positioned. They're not going to expect this easy headshot. Electronic, the last alive. He goes down. Mousesports again with map point.
Absolutely so. Navi, the opening pick, and then, as we've said, all they've really got in the strap book on this map seems to be the A execute. Very telegraphed. Didn't commit towards B once they had the advantage. Taking the Oscar on that side of the map, you feel like all you have to do is execute towards B, because Chris J, he normally plays towards short. Smoke him out. Try and take advantage of that pick. They go back towards A, and it's quite disappointing. Well played by Robs. We're not catching it from his POV. I'd like to have seen how he got those 2 kills. Tactical pause, 1 hop. Gonna need it. Map point for Mousesports. There, our map down. Great final so far. This map has delivered. Didn't think it would, especially after the first half. Find ourselves in overtime. Final round. Navi looking to take it into double figures.
I say map point again. This is the first map point for Mousesports. It was Navi,
Yes.
remember, on 15 points in the first 30 rounds. Couldn't close it. Now they have to recover. Timeout called naturally as a result of it.
So they do get the clean map victory, the round victory in the previous. And it's just the execute again, man. They've got nothing on this map, it seems. There's no fakes, there's no variations. Just keep dropping it, hope for the best. And you can see why Navi have been criticized in the last few months of being tactically weak, because this doesn't really seem good enough. This is not the tactics exciting me, but let's see what Simple can do.
Sunny thought about smoking off Palace. It might have been well advised, considering they do walk out in that position. This shot from Rops does make up for it.
Where's the pressure?
Forced in behind Ticket Booth.
He missed like 5 bullets though and gets the kill.
Well. Certainly did. There was no one else to fire back at him, but gaps in the smoke, massive gaps in the smoke. They're not going to go for the plan immediately. Rops needs to move. He's going to sit in the flames. He's going to burn for it. That gives back the lead to Navi by 1. As Oscar, without smoke on the top of the stairs, is going to climb up though, and he knows that Simple's inside of Palace. He'll get the planter, but not deny the plant. As Zeus just barely gets that down in time, meaning Edward can hold from CT, but he's on 12 HP.
Yeah, he just wants to hold up
though. This is double up.
Oh, you're right. They
Both have
kits.
Smokes. Yeah, right. Both have kits, both have utility, and they're going to get a rifle, thankfully, because Edward's going to go down on the stairs. Chris will switch. He doesn't. He's actually going to stick to the AWP. Surprisingly, they want the double up setup to go for it. Oscar's down. Chris is on in the smoke.
He's going to bullets.
He's going to bullets. This is how we go. Oh! Electronic shuts him down in the last second, and we go to a double overtime situation.
My God, how is this happening? That was so weak from Navi as well, man. The execution was so poor. And somehow they get away with it. My God, Electronic, he has been the hero of overtime so far, winning 2 2-on-1 situations. Unbelievable. And they will stay on the T side. They haven't got much left, let me tell you. The A execute can only work for so long. But well played to Electronic. A player that hasn't impressed me too much so far, but in those clutches, he has delivered. He had like, what? He must have had like 3 bullets left and he nailed that shot. It's such a high-pressure situation. Once the diffuser committed with the AWP as well, he can't come off that. Went for it. Couldn't find the third map just yet. There's Electronic. Let's have a look from his POV. Hit 7 bullets left.
I'm not quite going to see it from his POV, but he just barely got it figured out. Settled the aim down, and yeah, Chris is like, you got to be kidding me. He stopped shooting and everything. I was 1 second away from map 3.
Unbelievable scenes. Well, there we go.
Our second, at least double overtime game this evening.
Yeah, why not? Let's just see how late we can go. Currently, just so anyone is aware, it's just hit midnight here in Kiev. And we'll be going into double overtime again. Potentially another map to be played as well. I'm sure we'll be back into the gameplay momentarily. Actually, here we go. Double orbs, no surprise. What are Navi going to do? They've had time to discuss now. What is the play? Smoke towards middle. Chris J, that good movement I referenced earlier. Gets up towards shore. He was gifted kills from Edward almost every single round before.
Edward going to round the corner first. No smoke inside of connector. They know Chris has been playing on catwalk. That's why the pre-fire. Electronic's going to reveal his position. Sonny's trapped.
No, he's not, I don't think. He's got a good position, actually.
More to the point, he couldn't fall back. I thought he would attack. Now he's got it. Okay, so he goes forward, gets away from it in the smoke. Chris is able to babysit him, so good crossfire set. I was more worried that Sonny, if he did go, would at least get traded, but Chris makes sure that that doesn't happen. Good movement, fair enough. Back to the site. No kills so far for Navi. Sticko. Oscar will wait as well towards CT. From Flamey. Pulls one back for them. Rops is still reverse fire, though. He can sit in the corner and swing when they get to the side if it's not checked, and they're not coming from A-main, which is typically the position you check that from. Good shot from Chris. That'll take down the bomb. That's from Connector. That's back through with lack of smoke. And as they get in the corner, Rops has been found, but Flamey's going to be in the open. Someone's going to spot Sonny. Simple, what a shot.
How
you talk about impressive. That it needed to be as fast as ever. Simple's gone, though. Chris J gets him, and Flamey's stuck in the middle with no one watching to his left.
It's very puggy from Navi. They're trying to avoid the mid-area because Chris J's been dominating them so much there. They go back and it's walking towards A. You can see it's not really that convincing as relying on Simple and Flamey to find great shots. They are doing that. You can't really argue with that too much. But it's Mousesports comfortable again on the CT side. 2 players survived, both the orbs carried over. And round number 2 coming in. Navi haven't really tried anything very fast, really, on the T side. They'll take another pause here. That'll be all the pauses, all the rounds, all the overtimes. Double orb setup, so deadly. 41 kills now for Simple. Here we go. What have they got? Back towards middle. Chris J gets up there once again. Have they got any way to take him down yet? If it's Edward that drops first, without that smoke being there, I'm going to lose my mind. You've got to be kidding. Come on.
This is the same thing over and over again.
This
Why
is
are they
unbelievable. I'm not even getting excited about that. That's just rubbish.
Either way, it's just a straightforward shooting gallery for Chris, who turns around. He could get an ace on this. They're doing nothing all game long. That's been a problem for them. 20 rounds Mousesports, another 2 in a row situation. And thankfully, they did get a bomb plant in the first round. Otherwise, the money would be gone again.
Go underpass. Get a smoke on shore. Smoke the window. Smoke the connector. Get proper mid-control. Why are they doing it like that? I can't even tell you. That's shocking. Well, either way, Chris J hit some lovely shots. Don't take that away from him, but still, I even just could see it building up. He's like, they're going to do it again. There's no smoke down. There's nothing. Flashbang doesn't even hit him. He can just go to that position every round. They don't know how to handle it.
Certainly not. They certainly haven't shown that. Very easy bounce smoke as well could easily contain. I imagine he's got the confidence to go through the smoke at this point in time. So back toward A, because mid not working, and as mid isn't working, look at Chris J. He's already up catwalk with the AWP. They're going to know to push this. Now, they could be caught off this time by Simple working in late from Underpass. Does Oscar check it? He certainly will. Doesn't matter. Simple's got the shot on the CZ. They're going to turn back, though, and Chris is ready for it. He'll go back. Gap in the smoke toward default. He's not even going to wait. Oh, I thought he was going to go straight through. He will. Flash out. Can't quite get the angle he's looking for, knowing that they're close. Great shot. Chris J follows it. Rops as well. Bomb dropped. It's going to be a 3-round sweep. 21 rounds already for Mousesports, surely. As Flamey's the last alive, and he's caught out by Sunny. Yeah. Map point again for Mousesports.
They've just got nothing on this T side, and they just need to steal one round away to have a chance to close it out. But the 3-0 comes in from Mousesports, and that round towards short, Chris J has gifted those kills again. That's at the 5th time that's happened so far in Mirage. You feel like this is done now. They've been lucky to have Simple to get them to this point. But overall, they're definitely not on this level of Mousesports. Not even the fundamentals, how to handle that sort of push towards short. Very standard one. It's not like that's a new idea, having an AWP towards short. Auto Sniper comes out for Flamey. Is that a misbuy? I'm not really sure what he's playing up with that. Here we go then. Going to need the 3-0. Flamey thinks the Auto Sniper is the way to get it. On Mirage does kind of make sense, I guess. A lot of smokes being thrown. You can spam through them, but there is an AWP to take you down as soon as you start firing. Not a single mistake here from Navi can be made. Simple kicks things off, but a trade comes in. That's the smoke they need. Can you see that towards short? That's all you need. And it's done. One flash, he has to fall back.
Or get traded, which he did in Simple's case. Electronic's still going to wait toward jungle. Sticko, already out connector, is staring that position down. Flamey, he's brought out this auto sniper many times in that position throughout the course of this event, and this time it's shut down immediately by Oscar. I said get ready for train about 45 minutes ago. If you're not ready by now, not sure what to tell you, because we might be there after this round. Bomb planted as well. Retake necessary for Navi. Still only 8 kills for Zeus, by the way. 3 M4s, and oh, that's... I don't even know what to say. 8 kills and you're missing shots like that. Zeus just gets taken down by a free kill as Chris jumps around the corner. He is going to be hating himself after this game, and he's going to have to recover because map 3 looking very, very likely. I say that although Chris is on 9 HP, and they know roughly where Rops is, but they time the peak to perfection. Electronic with 1 traded off it. Mousesports win it. We go to train.
One of the most bizarre T sides from Navi I've ever seen ever. One celebrated as the tactical masterminds, a slow-paced game, the executions. They just had nothing there, and Chris J probably can't believe his luck. Congratulations to Mousesports to take it to a 3rd. They are the better team on that map for sure, but Simple is the best player in CSGO right now in terms of his form, and there's not much you can do when he starts playing like that. He definitely got Navi to that point. It was